right, first day of sun, and then we're going back to rain for the next 2 weeks. All right, this is a little bit better. Hi everybody, welcome back to another vlog. So today I have a bit more of a relaxed day. I would definitely say that my school schedule has like the heavy loads at the front of the week, and then Thursdays and Fridays are just more practical things. For me, that's a lot easier. But these days are really good because it doesn't drain all of my energy and I'm able to get more work done and study more, I find, on Thursdays and Fridays and over the weekend. So I'm going to be taking you guys along with me today and getting a lot of work done. I have so much to study. I mean, it's just constant. There's always a lot to study. And so I just have the normal load, I guess. So I'm just gonna head to school now. I'm all ready. I just need to pack up my bag and stuff. I forgot my water bottle at the school yesterday and I hope it's still there. I hope so. Welcome to the vlog. If you're new here, I'm Julianne. I'm a Canadian living in Germany, studying physiotherapy here in Germany in my second language. So if you're interested, be sure to subscribe. It's a good time here. Right, everybody, so I'm finally back from school. It was exhausting. I feel like every single day, like no matter what, I always need at least half an hour of just like relaxing before I can like actually go back to work and do anything. I just need like half an hour like doing nothing and then I can continue. So at school today we had the whole morning was physical education, and for that we were working on muscular endurance. So first we had like a warm-up, we were playing this really fun game, and then afterwards we had different stations for working different muscle groups, and it was kind of like a game, but it was like a workout, and it was pretty fun. It was exhausting, but it was pretty fun. So there were all these different stations, and then it was set up kind of like bingo. So there were the numbers of the stations on a paper, and then you had to like roll the dice to see what station you were going to. One of them would be when you're doing a side plank, but you do the alternative where your elbow and your knee are like touching. So like that was one of them, and then another one was push-ups, another one was a wall sit kind of thing, another one was sit-ups, and then in between you had to like do a couple laps around the gym. You know, you would do a couple laps and then do this like strength training for a little bit, and then do a couple laps, then do another strength training, and it was really fun. But yeah, it was a lot of work, and I think everybody was a little tired after that for the rest of the day. And then the whole afternoon I had gymnastic, which is translated just to physiotherapy, and for that class we finished with the passive movements. That's where you as a physiotherapist are doing the work and moving the joints or the bones for the patient. So maybe they don't have the strength to move them as much. Or another example was by coma patients. If somebody's in a coma, you have to move their joints to make sure that they're still working, and that, you know, when they're recovered from that coma, then they will have an easier recovery afterwards. So that's another example of when you would use that. So we finished with all of those, and then we also started with, what was it called? The English and the German word are lost to my memory right now. Inspections. Just started with inspections, you know, going through the whole body, you know, knowing what to look for, what you need to inspect, what should be where, and if something isn't where it should be, what that means, all that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting. Tomorrow's going to be a really nice day too, because in the morning, like all morning, we just have classic massage, which I really like that class, of course. And then in the afternoon we have first aid, which also like we don't have notes for. And then there's, I've talked about this before in my videos, we have this one afternoon class on Fridays where it's this one teacher and we're just like chatting about physiotherapy, and if we have questions about something that we couldn't get to in class, or just like something that's, you know, it doesn't even have to be like super related to physiotherapy, but just like something that we're interested that's like semi-related, you know, we can ask this teacher and he knows everything. So it's just so, I love this class. It's just so interesting because this guy literally knows everything. But because I don't really have to prepare for my classes tomorrow, Thursdays, I can usually get done quite a bit of studying. What I'm doing for studying right now is, I need my stuff. So I would say like the two heaviest subjects where we have to learn the most is neuroanatomy and anatomy. You know, they're both very interesting, but there's just a lot to learn. And I mean, anatomy is more straightforward. Neuroanatomy is a lot more difficult because you can't see it, you know. Obviously in anatomy, when we're learning about different parts of the bone, you know, I have a skeleton, there's skeletons at the school, you know, you're just more familiar with that. And so neuroanatomy is taking me a little bit more effort to really understand it. So what I have been doing this week is going through all of like the class notes that we have from the teacher and going through everything, making sure I understand it, and also kind of write it out in a condensed way. So I started doing it here. I was like making sure that I understand all these things and then writing like a paraphrased version of it, like a shortened version of it, so that I can go back and like look at this and it just has like the compact information on it. And I think doing this is really beneficial because if there's something I don't understand, then I will look up somebody on YouTube talking about it. Or I have this great big book that is in English, thankfully, and you know, I can look up here if I need something a little more defined. Because what I was noticing is that I'm going through all of my flashcards on Anki. That's like the main studying tool that I'm using right now. And I was just kind of memorizing stuff, but I wasn't actually learning it. So by doing this or looking up another version of the information, like another person explaining it, I'm hoping that I can actually learn it and then study it. And I think my long-term results will be much better than just memorizing the stuff and not actually understanding it completely. Okay, so as I was saying before, in our Kankim gymnastic class, we started learning how to perform inspections. For that class, like I just took some notes on a paper, but the script that the teacher gave us is actually just like, we got a little man. So the next thing I want to do is just actually like write out the notes beside him, pointing to the areas, all that. That's going to be way easier than looking at Oberschenkel, ob sie gleich stark sind. If I just write everything on here, it'll be a lot easier to look at. So this was a very relaxed vlog. I hope that's okay. Yeah, thanks for coming and studying with me. So hopefully this can give you guys some motivation if you're studying for something, or, you know, just a view into what you need to learn for physiotherapy. Maybe some of you want to study physiotherapy or do a Physiotherapie Ausbildung in Germany. This is the kind of stuff that you gotta learn. Lots of anatomy, neuroanatomy, physiotherapy, all that stuff. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!